each other for years, but then it was like, you know, so we dated for about a year, and you know, he was, you know, he thought everything I had accomplished was great and stuff. He was all into that and everything, and pretty amazed, and you know, went on a couple things together, and picked up some stuff. But my collection of die-cast cars. Oh, somebody got a great deal.
I used to collect cars.
Oh, everything. Anything. But the deal I made with those people, because a lot of times I just have you know, dealers come over, you know, and I didn't price it, just look, and then you know, but yeah.
Impulsive buying. If you liked it, you bought it.
I like. Well, yeah, that's, yeah, to make, you know, money. But I helped somebody too. I gave him $1,000, you know. Yeah, and I got that and just all kinds of stuff. But so we dated, and then I dated. He used to be a drummer for Eddie Money.
Really?
Yeah, and was friends with Michael. And, well, he knew him and stuff. That's how we got into the Eddie Money when we were together. He, you know, since he was in town drumming for him, he got us tickets, and I finally got to meet a rock star. You know, I finally got to go back there, you know, go back to the, you know, reception or whatever it's called, and meet, you know, Eddie Money. You know, he's enormous. Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, he used to be a police officer, and I can see he kind of came through the door to his black leather jacket. It was his best concert of my life. I stood, danced, and sang the whole time. But just, you know, just that. Anyway, and my ex didn't like that really well, but it wasn't, you know, my ex was like, I mean, this is the most I got. Out of all people, you have to date him. He was only in town to, you know, he stayed at my house for a couple weeks. It was about that, you know. But I mean, it was fun for me, you know.
Heck yeah, hanging out with a rock star?
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know. Then through another friend that used to just stop by, you know, he's just kind of a loner, you know, and, you know, just, he'd come by my house once in a while. I was mostly around men, not because I didn't like girls, you know, or anything.
A lot of women I've found in my lifetime just would rather hang around with men. Just because women are just so, you know, picky at each other. There's competition constantly.
Yeah, well, and you know what? I didn't spend much, you know, I was always working on my house, you know. I had to work, you know. I worked on the yard, I worked on the house, I was working on my stuff. And, you know, then people got to know that, so they would bring, you know, things to me, and just, that's, my two neighbors, you know, they were, you know, my neighbors across the street were, you know, a little younger than me, you know, guys, single, and, you know, we were just, I mean, that's what made me, you know, it was cool, it was great. I mean, we looked out for each other, did things for each other, we're buddies, you know, and then this one friend introduced his friend to me, you know, and it was just startling amazing, you know, like one thing leads to the other, and he turns out to be, you know, just single. He you know, he's moved here from another state. His dad had already been here. His mom and dad are divorced, so it's just him and his dad living in this house together. You know, he's 7 years younger. He's an artist, and he can't have children. And I never wanted children. And he physically, you know, can't have children. You know, like naturally can't. And you know, and you know, just can make anything. Like he made out of the like antique jewelry that I had. He would take it apart and make rosaries. I mean, the most gorgeous rosaries. You know, he's geniusly gifted artist, you know, and but anyway, I mean, we met. It was just like that, you know, and you know, that's the one I wanted to marry, you know, and oh, I was just joking. I go. Because you know he was like super cool, but you know when you're young you are cool, and you should stay cool. But it was like 20th century Renaissance man, you know, and I could see that. I could see like the ruffles and the velvet.
Hey, Kurt. Sorry, I had to interrupt you. Something just happened on this camera that I've never seen happen before. Everything just went blurry, and then came back into perfect focus, like something passed in front of us.
The TV does that.
Interesting.
Go back and watch that.
It goes through the TV. So anyway, and so there I was, you know, and the only other thing I had to do was, kindly tell Len I didn't want to date him anymore. But he was the whole time he was dating me, he was still dating his, not really ex-girlfriend, this beautiful, gorgeous Pamela Anderson lookalike, that, she did dance for a living. That was her profession, because, which was just a blessing to me when she called my house and said, is Lenny there because he was supposed to pick me up